YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back in the Carthage DEI campaign. Looks like Hannibal is getting ready to finish off Iberia, which is always good news. Or Britannia, my bad. Which is good news for us. Convert that building over. Got Axum, which is retraining. This army here looks like it needs some units recruited back in. Took Visontio. Can we get anything cool out here? Tribal Germanic swordsman? Eh. Germanic levies, Germanic hunters. They got some pretty nice range and missile damage on them. Not bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. Interesting. Let's get some of them. So let's train up some of these Germanic longbows. And then let's dig into the mercenary bag here. Do I have any Scutari mercenaries? No, we do not. What is this? Scout riders. Mercenary Germanic berserkers. Why not? Let's have some fun. Throw them in there. Hire them up. Use these guys against their own people. That'd be quite nice of me. Make them fight against what was once their people. I am now your people. Deal with it. Let's see. Yeah, a few more turns till we can build what we want there. And let's see in Carthage. I'm hoping to upgrade this eventually. We're still... Oh, we finally have the level 4 shipyard here. Let's see what we can train here. We can get... Really? That's it? For having all the way up to that level 4 shipyard? What a jack job. Wow, that's very disappointing. I wonder how long it takes to convert this. We can't, because I haven't done the research on that one. Crap! Secular Dockhead houses the fleet and Righteous Commander. Yeah, I didn't even see what this does. I mean, the ships that we can build out of it suck. I mean, they're small. I mean, this Tri-Res is the biggest ship we can build out of it, which is kind of like supply ship. These merchant ships can carry vast amounts of supplies and are the best solution to supply forces operating on land. What? Interesting. I guess the whole supply line thing's supposed to be in play here, but I mean, don't know exactly how it works just yet. Ptolemais Theron we took. We've got... Did we get salt here? I think we did. Food. Culture details. I think we got... Is it salt or... Yeah. So we have salt. There's not much salt on the map. That's pretty awesome that we control that. I don't know where the other access to salt is. I'd like to get silk. Essentially the silk that... Here's some. It's the closest that I see. But yeah, we're not gonna get it until we go to war with Pontus and take it from them. Gonna have to march down here. Gonna take an exceedingly long time to get there as well. And we need to hit Axum as well. Alright, so we've got plenty going on here. The Germania is kind of an invasion underway. Let's see, so let's see where that army, we got that army, this one here. Am I missing any armies? Am I not seeing them? Got the one at Visontio. Korea, yep, I saw them. And we got that army, okay, good. Hannibal's army. This is the one that we need to build up, and I've been waiting forever to get some Apulian heavy infantry. I need to disband these guys, go down and get some crossbows. Yeah, I'm gonna come down here to Sicily and pick up some crossbows for that army. Okay, and we are doing the research to get the most upgraded infantry barracks, but we've got a little bit of time left. Hannibal has some skills, or his army does, one of the two. Looks like he does. Oh no, it's a different Hannibal general. My bad. I was like, what? I thought he had a lot more skills than that already. There we go. Let's see what, if anything, our enemies do here.
Our merchants seek prosperity in your lands.
I could get silk from Pontus, but I'm about to go to war with them.
Will you agree to this?
Of course, I could just get silk from him while I need it and build some libraries. Let's do it. And then I'm just going to betray the crap out of him. No peace treaties. Sorry, not going to happen. I think I'm going to betray the crap out of the Greeks with all that Apulian heavy infantry and crossbows, just for fun. Yeah, this is not going to work well for you, but it was a fair thought, I guess. I guess if you were looking to get your neck stabbed, glad I could oblige. Ablana is the last settlement left in Britannia that Hannibal has not conquered. So Caesar would be jealous. Holy crap-a-roni. We really have to pay that much? Himmelkar, an admiral. He loses 81 gravitas. See if I care. Alright. I'm not paying that much money. Get over yourself. Alright. Let's see. We got an Odeon coming. Probably wouldn't hurt to get a temple. Probably do not need any military structure up here, I don't think. That wouldn't do us any good in the long run either. Just let our guys retrain up here. They're doing quite well retraining, and then we'll just get over. Yeah, it looks like... Are there any places with easy crossing to Ablana? I don't know if there is or isn't, but we'll get over there. They got a bunch of transports. The swords of power. Only in your mind. Let's see. Got a building here we never built for some reason. Don't know why. Let's see if I can find my libraries. Because now I have access to silk. Here's one. What? I have silk. Silk. How do I not have silk? Importing marble. How did I not end up with silk? I thought that Pontus had it. Nah, they're importing it. Crap, dang it. It was the Seleucids that have my silk. Oh well, whatever. So never mind, I won't be doing anything with that. Let's see, I think I already ended the turn. I did. Some of my armies looking like they're in pretty good shape to go ahead and move along. May not hurt to build a barracks up here somewhere. Build some farms there. I'd like to knock out the Nervii. This army's got one more turn to train up the troops they need. This army is ready to go, and Korea should be able to handle itself. So Norea is going to complete this particular province for me, but I don't want to declare war on the Suebi just yet. Let's knock out the Nervii, and then we'll declare war on the Suebi. And I'd kind of like to get Hannibal in position to wipe out these guys first. I'm not at war with them, but I mean, there's nothing saying they couldn't attack me. Let's just get Hannibal up here close to the beach and let him do some retraining. Yeah, maybe the scout out here and see if we can maybe start doing some work with him. Yeah, it looks like Punic Order is looking good here in Britannia, and we've got some temples that are going to be completed that are going to make it even better. So everything appears to be in good shape all across the empire. Let's see. I don't see anything that says we're going to take attrition in the desert. Ptolemaeus Theron. This army honestly just needs maybe one more turn. So I'm going to leave it in my territory for one more turn. We should be about to make a whole bunch of captures here. Alright, we can recruit some crossbows there on the next turn. And after the end of this turn, we should only be 2 turns away from the Apulian heavy infantry. No, that's not going to happen. Nervii, I have some agents coming after me. Let's go, get it over with. I'm going to send that army up to Trevorum, and I'm going to take my other army and hit the other Nervii province, and then they'll be gone, and at that point I'll feel pretty safe declaring war on the Suebi. And eventually Hannibal can come back, and maybe he can lead. He'd never get there in time. We'll just have to see what he can do. Yeah, Blana looks like they have a... Ooh, just got a lot of money. Not that I was in particularly terrible need of it, but we got it. Let's try some concealed blade here. Whoa, yeah! Some good old concealed blade. Nervii warlord here. Yeah! Alright. So, we managed to hurt the Nervii pretty bad there, which is good. I'm gonna go ahead and move to Trevorum, and then we'll put those agents back with the army. And then this army down here now has the Germanic longbows. And we're kind of ready to come up here and hit Trevorum. Let's go ahead and assault the town. Why did they sally out to fight on the field, man? Oh well, their mistake. Got some Germanic flavor units in this army, so it ought to be kind of fun. Give those longbows a shot. There's some enemy slingers on the field. I'm thinking my longbows ought to make pretty short work of them. Okay, some of you said that this is balanced for my guys to be fighting in formation. So I'll let my guys fight in formation. I'll show it to you. It's not a huge deal to me here. I'm going to put my berserkers and my scutari over here. Those are kind of shock troops. I'm going to support them only with light cavalry. And then I'm going to let my heavy cavalry rule the other side of the battlefield. And my elephants can work with the heavy cavalry. Longbow hunters. Put them here near my general in the center. Okay, let's go ahead and move up. The main reason why I don't like to use formation attacks is because you guys do some really derpy stuff. Reinforcements coming in from behind me, huh? What all are they bringing in? Professional warriors? I imagine we can give them a beatdown. Okay. My longbowmen are almost in range. I'm actually going to move them up so they can get some shots. See if we can kind of get the enemy to come forward. Move up this flank a little. We need to get rid of those professional warriors. I was thinking my elephants ought to be capable of doing that, so I'm just going to send them back there. Okay, we're just out of range of the enemy here, so we are going to have to move up a little more. Let's see if we can use my general to kind of distract the professional warriors for a minute. And then we'll use the elephants to take care of business. I'm going to actually pull back just a bit with these longbow hunters, keep them behind my infantry to keep them safe. Okay. I should still be able to turn around and target the enemy slingers. Actually, I can't quite. Let's push forward with their infantry just a little to give our archers room to fire on these slingers. Okay, let's... Where are those professional warriors? Okay, let's do that. Charge. My guys are going to stay in formation attack. Actually, attack here. Let's pull these guys over here. Okay, my elephants got into the back of these professional warriors and they're wrecking them pretty bad. Really bad, in fact. Okay, see, my guys are fighting in formation this time. I do have them spread into 3 ranks, but they're going to do a formation attack, which just means I won't be wrapping around the enemy flank as much. My longbows are dealing with the slingers alright. I want to bring my general up here to support this fight in the center. And let's bring my cavalry in. Okay, we broke the enemy flank over here.
The enemy general is dead.
Took a few losses doing it, but we broke it. Iberian Scutari, my berserkers, broke that. Enemy general's dead, so I'm assuming this fight in the center here is nearly over. I don't even need my general here. Let's just keep him safe. Let's check out these longbows up close. Yeah, those are some cool looking units. Nice Germanic longbows. Watch them trade some fire with these slingers. This mod is beautiful. They've forced those slingers back. Let's make them trade fire with those slingers over there. And let's just kind of check this out. Let's do some rear charge action. Yeah, their slingers are getting wrecked by the longbows. Here comes some heavy cavalry charges into the back of the Nervii. This ought to jack them up quite badly. And then these tribesmen just got hit by these Germanic berserkers. Berserkers doing pretty well there. I don't think they're a crazy power unit in this mod, but they're doing pretty well. My longbows taking care of the local slingers. Let's get my cavalry out of this engagement. And let's reposition this Carthaginian reform infantry. Where do we still have enemies on the field? Right here. Looks like they're being taken care of. Yeah, enemies are now routing everywhere. There we go. So see, my guys fought in formation. They did just fine, apparently. Longbow hunters did pretty well, killing off the enemy slingers there. Elephants wrecked that reinforcing unit. They're like, yep, we're gonna be sneaky, come in from behind, and get stomped on by elephants. I'm guessing the Nervii, that might have been their first time to see elephants, and it probably wasn't going to leave a good impression with them. Like, going to the circus is going to bring back some really bad memories for those guys, who survived, of course. We're going to be cleaning Nervii out of the toenails of my elephants for a week now. Alright, so we're going to occupy. Trevorum is now ours. So we can go ahead and convert over these settlements. 225 wealth. That's not bad. Gives me additional wealth for agriculture. Let's tear that down. And let's see. 80 wealth from commerce. The grain market. Let's go ahead and build the grain market. We'll do the Odeon. Holosoteros barracks. And we'll do this Shrine of Belhamon. And then let's convert this cattle farm over. There we go. So got some good stuff going. The Nervii are gonna be pretty much done for. This army's kind of just waiting for when we declare war on the Swabi, which is very, very near. And the question is what to do about the Ablana. Maybe I should... Part of me wants to declare war on them, and part of me doesn't, because then they'll try and fight my fleets where I try and get across. And I need a good landing point. That's... Yeah, I don't know. We're going to have to figure out a good landing point. Let's just go ahead and end the turn. Looks like we got a skill out there. And recruitment costs. Yes, less empire maintenance, man. Our income's gone up quite a bit in these last few turns because of that. But it's going to take us a while to get down there, but eventually we're going to get to Moreau. I don't know how powerful Axum is. One of my pike units still needs to recoup. It's going to take 3 more turns for them to recoup. I don't think we need to wait. I'm going to go ahead and trespass down in here into to Axum. See if we can start to take control of this province. Man, the Lusitani seem to be the only ones who have gotten any mercy from me so far. I might need to betray them, but it's kind of nice to have these folks because I get trade agreements from them. So it may not hurt to have a couple of puppet factions. Oh no, the Nervii! They're gonna take my city! Yeah, they can have it. I'll be right behind them. The army down in Trevorum or whatever, I'll just bring it up and smoke these guys. Not particularly worried.
Consult your answer.
I'm gonna consult nothing. In fact, you need to be consulting your ancestors, because anything you want to say to them, you better do it soon. I'm gonna be on the way for you, Swabi. Air is coming for you. We got another 20,000. Alpine passes blocked by snow. No! So these guys are taking some, they've got a disease. Great. Hannibal is diseased. They must have eaten some raw chicken or something. I don't know what he did. These guys are diseased. They probably spread it over to me. Let's see what we can do down here in Egypt, since it's so cold everywhere else. Trespassing on Moreau now. Can't quite see what they have in their city to see whether or not we're going to get overwhelmed. And let's see what Axum has here. I was already trespassing on Axum, and I don't recall being upset about it either.
I live to serve the mighty Carthage.
I think we can take these guys. I'm going to declare war. Not going to call my allies to help. Actually, cancel. Let's just go in here, and let's declare war on Axum.
You have my attention.
Yes, I do, don't I? Alright, so we've declared war, and now I'm thinking about fortifying here. Patrol region, raiding, ambush, fortify. And let's see if they'll come attack my fort, since they have so many soldiers down here. Ought to be kind of fun. And let's go see if we can take the city back from the goofy Nervii.
We fight for you, my lord.
There is some attrition out here in the woods. Ooh, this army's gonna get a bunch of attrition too. Let's just wait here. Yeah, we'll smoke the Nervii on the next turn. I do need to get the crossbows down here though. Let's go ahead and recruit units. Dart slingers, those guys are cool, but the crossbows are better. They have upgraded weapons, dude. It's ridiculous. Or maybe they don't. Oh, we don't need that many. Though it would be funny. Just 4 is good. Okay. Alright, now let's end the turn.
A treaty between us would please the god.
I don't know, it wouldn't please him that much. Axum wants a peace treaty. I don't think so. Sometimes they'll attack after they ask for a peace treaty, but they did not.
There is much to be said for generosity.
Moreau's like, look, we really don't want to fight. You may not want to, but I may not give you much of an option. Okay, so these guys can now come back up here into Italy, and I can now actually recruit Apulian heavy infantry. Woo! It's gonna be awesome.
Ready for battle.
I don't think I can recruit them down in this province. We cannot. But soon enough, we will get them. Should be a lot of fun. Axum does not want to attack my fort, so I'm going to give them the opportunity to attack me while I'm not in a fort. Ethiopian horse skirmishers, elephants, Kushite skirmishers, levy spears, noble axemen, so they have several units of noble axemen. Really weak garrison army. And someone was basically saying that this is like basically just picked Ethiopians or something, selected Ethiopians. So they may be a tough unit, it's hard to say. And then they've got some more noble axemen. So let's just encircle, see if those guys will attack me now that I'm not in a fortification. And let's see what we're up against here at Moreau. Not a huge force, though we can't see what it is right now.
Take this settlement for you, my lord.
Wow, 2 elephant units. Let's go ahead and continue the siege, and again, just see if we can get them to sally out against us. We'll see. That would be my preference in this case. Hannibal is diseased, which is not good. This army can start to push back up here. Gonna retake Bagakum. Hopefully they didn't tear up all my stuff that I was working on. They did. Crotchwads. There we go. What do we want to do up here? Start another library. Good old northern library here. So another one of these because we have so much food. Okay, in Italy, did we move? Yes, we've already moved. And we've done just about all we can do up here. All we have to do now is just finish off Trevorum. Okay. More hobble. That's not going to really even matter down here, but whatever. Well, it will, because we can... Rightful sovereign, commander of men, capable bureaucrat. Give him the boost to empire maintenance once again. So the empire is expanding, and that disease unfortunately is slowing me down in Britannia, which is frustrating. But Ethiopia, looks like the fight should go in our favor. Come on, attack me, Axum and Moreau. Do it. Bring it. Yeah! Now we're talking. So they have to come against me, which means my pikes should be able to make their presence fully felt. Terrain looks favorable enough. I'm going to have to put some javelins on both flanks in order to ensure that the enemy elephants do not get me. And And hopefully we can use my own elephants to good effect, because there is a considerable number of enemies here. Probably getting close to 5,500, maybe even 6,000 enemies going to be on the field here. So we need a decisive victory so that we can quickly and easily capture the town. Okay. Pike infantry is in phalanx. I got Peltist ready to support my flanks. I'm going to leave them not on fire at will because I want to choose the elephants as my target. It's a good thing I have those Peltists and not just a straight rush army. And just kind of leave these elephants here for now. Let's see what the enemy's going to do. Looks like I can match them on a line with some Ethiopian horse skirmishers that are going to be a bit annoying, so I'll make sure that my javelins are out here. The elephants are right now in the center of the battlefield. Let's wait and see if they stay there. Enemy reinforcements. They're going to come in from the flank and they're going to gather up all their men. Just let them do it. There's going to be a lot of elephants on the field here. So definitely need to save our javelins for elephants only. And they are leading their army with the elephants, which is insanely foolish. And if they lead right into my pikemen or something, they're just going to get cut down. I hope the enemy are not foolish enough to lead straight into my pikes with their elephants, but I think that they are. And they're also going to take javelin volleys from my... Actually, I'm going to go fire at will over here. Yep, look, their elephants are going to lead straight into my pike phalanx. That is not going to go well for the elephants, and they took javelins on the way in. So I'll lose a few of my pikemen, but their elephants are going to die in droves here. I mean, this is great for me. Extremely poor use of elephants from the Axumites. Let's bring our skirmishers out here. Get ready to protect this flank. We are getting this flank pushed hard, actually. Let's just kind of set up here. Axum is doing some weird move to the flank that I don't quite understand. These elephants haven't died yet, but they're not really getting kills either.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
One of our units used all its ammunition already? Oh, maybe it was one of my... Those horse skirmishers ought to get some pretty nasty return fire from my Libyan Peltist. Why are you not firing? I was going to say, there we go. So yeah, my Libyan Peltist ought to rip those guys up. The elephants are still alive somehow in the center, and they have pulled through my lines. I think we need to reform. Our pikes ended up getting a lot of... They got a lot of my pikes killed because of the way the elephants pulled through me there. That's frustrating. And then this pikeman just botched their reforming, which means I'm going to have a hole in the center of my line. I think my elephants will finish off theirs. This is not good. I mean, we're getting kind of swarmed by Axumites here. Let's attack those horse skirmishers and see if we can maybe start working one of the flanks here.
Our general is under attack.
Let's see if we can kill the Axumite general. My general's bodyguard, though, is probably at risk of being hit by a lot of enemy. I'm just going to charge my elephants out here into this mess and see what kind of damage we can do.
The enemy general is dead.
That is good news. And let's send our Peltist in to fix some of these infantry. Bring our cavalry around the flanks, keep our general safe. My elephants are just going berserk out here in the center, hopefully getting a lot of kills. What do they got here? A medium skirmisher. Let's charge that spearman. And then I'll move around and hit it from the other side with this. No, we need to hit that. Well, I'm going to chase that skirmisher a little. Let's see, let's get these spearmen off the field, then we can deal with the skirmishers. My peltis needs some help. Come on. My elephants are doing great at the moment. Really causing a lot of damage. Okay, get away from that. Peltist attack here. Let's get the cavalry out here for another charge. Sorry I can't get any close-ups at the moment. Let's not blob up this rear attack. I'm going to get a really nice rear attack here on all these Axumite troops. This should lead to a pretty nasty rout over on this side. I'll get you a close-up just real quick, and then I've got to swing over to the other side of the battle, where my cavalry are needed. We're going to do the same thing right here. Elephants, 348 kills, really fantastic actually. And let's help our pikes here who are being outflanked by this Ethiopian swordsman. We'll charge our general in here. Should hit them with a nice flank charge. Can probably put them out of the battle. We've cleaned up this flank.
The enemy general is dead.
Very, very good news. Our cavalry and skirmishers can now push up, and we can start chasing these archers. Elephants are still running amok, but should be in good shape. These peltists actually ended up being great because they threw javelins on the flanks, held their ground long enough for my cavalry to do their job. Huge benefit for me in this battle actually. All the routing troops are making it difficult for my own troops to do this here. So yeah, we did. Let's pull our general through the center and hit this unit in the back. The picked Ethiopians are up against our pikemen. My infantry line has just had to sit here and hold. Essentially, that's all we've needed to do. Most of the units left are skirmishers at this point. Let's just pull our elephants back to safety. Keep going after these archers. Let's take a look at these picked Ethiopians. Oh, those are cool units. Look at the axes on those guys. We need to take some of those axes for ourselves. Put them in the armory. Alright. There's more Ethiopian troops coming onto the field from the other side. Let's pin in these horse skirmishers. Their general. Let's get our elephants back closer to safety. I need to reform my troops to face the guys who are coming in, but I mean honestly, if we just get a few Carthaginian infantry, move them out here, that'll do the job. Support them with a few peltists, and then my cavalry will be around. We've caught all the horse skirmishers, and then I'm just chasing down tons of Ethiopian archers. I'm gonna actually pull my elephants way back this way, and let's start running some of these infantry this way. Maybe bring a few of these guys too. Let's go support my cavalry here. Okay, these infantry can now get up here and support my cav too. Got our peltist over here. Okay, I'm gonna leave my pikes alone probably for the most part, but we'll go ahead and pull them forward a little bit. I'm gonna get rid of all the rest of these archers, local hunters. Elephants can now safely stay a little closer to the battle. The Ethiopians can charge me here. I should be able to hold. They're gonna throw a lot of javelins is what it looks like they're gonna do. Does not surprise me that these guys are somewhat skirmishy in nature. Yeah, we're gonna end up taking home a pretty huge victory here. All the Ethiopian troops now wavering. Oh yeah, now it just turns into a coward hunt. So that's going to end up being a huge win for us there. They took 5,000 losses almost. And I only lost 400 and some odd of my men. So great performance by my army there. Look at the kills on some of those peltists. They did a fantastic job. The elephants, 503 kills. Pikes just stayed in the center and stopped the elephants, so I guess it was worth it for them. Really like the Carthaginian troops in this game. They've got a very solid offering of troops. They make for some nice armies. So Axum is going to be able to be brought under our control. We'll see what happens with Moreau. Yeah, Axum took a beating. Moreau's going to attack me too. I don't have time to fight this. I'm going to have to save it. Hope you all enjoyed this episode. HeirofCarthage signing off for now.